Hey, man, she didn't switch up on you. She woke up. She didn't switch up. She smartened up. You just mad because she finally caught on. And now that she done caught on, you can't catch her. That's the whole, like, as a man, you got to catch a woman while she still cares. Because there's some women that once they stop, ain't no turning back. They're not busting no U-turns. If you wait until it's too late, there's some women you're just not getting the second, third, fourth, 10th, 12th chance with. I get it if you spent years with a woman, you did what you're supposed to be doing. You know what? There's some room for grace. Depending on what the situation is, some women will actually give you grace. But a lot of y'all overestimate your value in a woman's life just based on the way that she loves you. So now whenever you mess up or you just continue to take her needs for granted and all that kind of stuff, and she start acting like, you know what? You really ain't that valuable anyway. You ain't been doing this. You're not worth the stress. It feels like she's blindsided you. It feels like a culture shock. And the real shock is due to your ignorance that she couldn't find nobody better than you. And we ain't even talking about going and getting somebody else. She couldn't find a version of herself that she was happier with, even if it was alone, rather than dealing with your continued disrespect. That's not a woman switching up on you. Matter of fact, I just saw a sister. She commented on my last webinar, right? And I remember when I coached her first, it had to be about 2 years ago. Let's say her name is Michelle. Michelle, she was anxious about this guy. When I first met her, she was anxious about this dude. She used to check her phone all the time, blow his phone up, all of this stuff. And now he over there calling her crazy. She's showing me where he's over there talking crazy about it. Like, she crazy, man. She don't leave me alone. And he's saying this with kind of like a bravado. Like, oh, man, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She went from being a girl that was so anxious, always checking her phone, to ignoring his calls without a flinch. 5-year relationship now. 5 years of investment. And so what that told me was at least half of that 5 years, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. Because she couldn't even find it herself to forgive him. Now, she had blocked him. By the time she came to me, she was still trying to, it was like a tail end, but she had blocked him. And so now he's sending messages through his homeboys. And they're like, he said that you acting cold. You changed up. That girl ain't changed up. She woke up to herself. She stopped sleeping on her. She stopped sleeping on her. You see, your upgrade as a woman, your upgrade is going to look like a betrayal to those who benefited from you settling. A lot of men ain't going to tell you this. But your upgrade, and don't think, a lot of guys think that it's all about after a relationship ends and a woman glows up. A lot of times that woman left because she was glowing up in the relationship. In the time that it was ending, in the time she was giving up on that relationship, she started glowing up. Her mentality started glowing up because y'all think it's all about the physical. Yeah, more than likely it's going to show in the physical as well. Her skin is going to be more radiant. Her weight may go up or down depending on what goals she had because that stress is coming off her shoulders. She's not carrying the burden of trying to force this relationship to work despite you not doing your part. But most times that glow up starts internally, before the relationship is actually over. And that's her acquiring the strength to finally stand for herself. So now she goes from, maybe she was at one point in time just doing things to try to be difficult, but she goes from being quote unquote difficult to now being discerning. When you lose control of that woman, and that was your whole play, is to try to keep control over her, and she starts backing away, that's not her being difficult with you. That's her being discerning of where she's going to invest her energy, if it's worth it to invest her energy. And it's not that she's getting brand new standards and she getting somebody else in her ear that ain't supposed to be there. Those standards aren't new. They're just finally being enforced. Again, that's not a woman who is switching up. That's not a woman who is changing up. That's not a woman who is acting different. That quote unquote change is really just clarity. That's all that is. Now, again, to sisters watching this, understand something. When you level up, only mediocre men are going to be the ones that consider switching up. When you level up, we're not talking just the physical, the external. When you level up those standards, when you level up your confidence, when you level up your emotional regulation, so where you're not depending on him to make you okay for the day, or depending on him for validation. You're leveling up whenever you do that. At this point, your growth is going to threaten his comfort because he found comfort in you being stagnant. Am I speaking facts? Y'all let me know. Any woman that done been through it before, please speak. Let me know down in the comments if I'm speaking facts, And at this point, you need to stop allowing his convenience or lack thereof to be your concern, because it's not. It was his fault for getting it or making himself comfortable and making it his convenience that you were neglected. That's his fault. Y'all be having so much guilt on behalf of these guys. On behalf of the guilty, when it's the consequences they need to face, that give them a chance to change for somebody else. Kara says, yes, I was told I was damaged. Nah, you weren't damaged. You said you finally healed. I already know. You chose elevation over his validation, and he got mad. That's what that was. You chose elevation over his validation, and now he's trying to gaslight you into thinking that's him, that's you being damaged. Is that you're no longer receptive to his traumatic or abusive or manipulative behavior. They love to call that damaged. That's like, you trying to swipe a credit card that's maxed out, and you call the credit card damaged. Ain't nothing wrong with that credit card. You getting declined because you ain't made the necessary investments to keep swiping and withdrawing. They love to try to turn it around on you like something wrong with you because you won't let them play with you. Oh man, she showed me some of the messages, and again, these were for those. This is inspired by a sister that I coached about 2 years ago. She showed me the messages that he was sending secondhand through his homeboys, and they sitting there. I don't know why they thinking they can't get blocked too, but they're like, man, you doing too much, because they ignored the fact that their homeboy was really just doing too little. You see, anytime a woman gets to this point, it's only after she's already tried way too hard. She's done too much. It's only after a woman has actually given way more than what she should have that she even gets to this point where she said, I'm not giving no more. And at that point, her expectations are going to match her worth, not your lack of effort. You see, when they match your lack of effort, she's going to keep trying and trying and trying. She's going to keep asking for the conversation. She's going to keep trying and chasing. No, now her expectations match her worth. I know who I am. And so I expect, based on who I am, that a man who is equally yoked is going to see the exact same thing and meet me halfway or go on about his business. That's how that works. And this is what I love for women who go through this process and they allow it to make them better, to grow them up and elevate them. Because yesterday's acceptable becomes today's unthinkable. When you get them new standards, it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be painless. It ain't even going to be overnight. But you'll really know that you're going into a whole new level, because yesterday's acceptable, what you was willing to tolerate, forgive, give grace to, etc., is today's unthinkable. What? Why would you try me like that? And you see, at that point, you start getting resistant to a man's crumbs because you're finally getting the strength to walk away from his table. Katrina says, I'm at that point now, done with all of it, no more chains holding me back. I love that. That just means that your taste for his bare minimum has expired. A lot of men don't think it's ever going to come to that. They think they can give you the bare minimum and you're going to continue to just salivating over it or whatever else you was doing. No, there is an expiration date. There's an expiration date. When a woman realizes she can cook her own feast, she don't need to be at a table where breadcrumbs are served. Fellas, y'all let me know if I'm tripping whenever I say that or not. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm speaking facts, let me know I'm speaking facts down in the comments. Because more than likely at that point, you done lost her respect due to operating below it for so long. And it's very difficult, if not impossible. I ain't never seen it, but it's very difficult for a woman to re-respect you after you've lost her respect. It's very difficult. I wouldn't want to play that game, fellas. I wouldn't want to play that game. You let them rose-colored glasses crack. Because that's what it is. A woman is going to give you the benefit of the doubt. She's going to project onto you what potential she sees in you, how great you can be. She's gonna project that onto you. She's going to give you an opportunity. Wait, somebody, Amir says, why I'm on here telling women lies? Amir, hey, I'm cool with that. But ladies, y'all let me know. Am I speaking lies? I'm really speaking on the experiences of a lot of women. I'm just on the outside looking in. And as a man, I see the same thing that you see. Now, if you want to sit there and play dumb, go ahead and play dumb. Because that's the number one way to get your woman to play done. Like I said last night, and when she get to playing done, the only loser is you. You can get mad all you want to at the truth, it's still going to be the truth. And her evolution, you don't try to make her evolution your emergency. You had a chance to grow with her. And since you didn't, now y'all have grown apart. Now you mad. This is a forewarning to men and also a call to women to accept whenever they've gotten to this point. Because a lot of times it happens without you consciously knowing it's happening, sisters. A lot of times you're pulling away and withdrawing because your intuition is telling you, nah, this ain't safe. This ain't it. You deserve better. And sometimes your wishful thinking and your optimism continues to give him credit he doesn't deserve. So I just want y'all to be aware. When a woman gets to this point, she's not punishing you. She's protecting her. She's not trying to compete with you or go tit for tat. She's completing herself. Probably repairing herself from what you put her through. You call it difficult, but really it's just dignified. B said, heck no, you're not speaking. I already know I'm not speaking lies. And it's so much easier for a man to come on here and get mad. And look, I appreciate all opinions. Cool. I'm good. I don't personalize it at all. But I noticed something. Men will get more mad at me than they are at themselves for the impact that this has on a woman's mental health. They'll create self-doubt in a woman's image, in her worth, through their inconsistency. And instead of getting mad at that, they get mad at me for telling y'all the truth. And Amira was kind of nice. They bash me left and right. They'll get more mad at me than they are for diminishing your achievements just so they can maintain control over you. They'll get more mad at me for calling this out so that those who have a good woman can step their game up before it's too late than they are for using their financial leverage even to enforce compliance. That's what a lot of guys, that's why I'm all for the movement of a man being a provider, but I really want y'all to be very careful because a lot of men will try to play that whole I'm a provider just so they can have some kind of strings to leverage and play puppeteer. They're not so much providers, but they're puppeteer. And this is also why I'm doing another live class this Saturday, the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on how you can take control of your own finances, how you can get $200,000 in 90 days, as little as 90 days, by repairing your own credit for free. Sound crazy? I just taught it this past Sunday. A lot of people already done started their journey. If you missed that live class, I'm doing another one this Saturday, the 21st, December 21st. This is not a replay. This ain't something that's going to just keep playing. No, you got to show up live. So Saturday, if you want to change your life financially and put yourself in a position where no man can have control over you, even if you got a provider, that's great, but that don't require you to be helpless. I put the link down in the comments. Somebody asked for it. Yeah, if you missed it this past time, you will get another opportunity this Saturday and will be no replays afterwards. So register now so you can get the email so you can follow up and we can follow up with you and you can jump on this free masterclass on how to get $200,000 in 90 days. And they've done it over and over and over again. I'm bringing a credit expert on. He's helped thousands of people do the exact same thing. $200,000 by repairing your own credit. More people need to be teaching this, but whatever. So back to what I was saying. Be very mindful. Sisters, it's one thing to go through this and glow up and stuff, but You're not doing yourself any favors if you don't recognize the red flags before you even get deep into a situation with a man and you're dating him and you're emotionally invested. And then he tries to pull all of this stuff on you. Be very careful about men who, one, criticize your growth or your success, finding ways to poke holes in it, insert doubt whatever way that they can. Be very, very mindful of men who try to weaponize your past against you, because that's all a manipulation of trying to use shame to keep you there, constantly seeking out their validation and acceptance as if you got a debt to pay with them. I don't care what you've done wrong, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Be very mindful of men who try to make you feel guilty for having standards. I don't care if you got 5 baby daddies. I'm not ever saying being irresponsible like that, or I don't know if you were irresponsible because I don't know your story, but being irresponsible in any way is okay. But if a man tries to leverage that, weaponize that, because now you want to operate at a higher frequency, you want to have higher standards, that's a red flag. Or again, that man try to label your boundaries. Whenever you have boundaries with him, it's damage, bitterness, attitude, run. That is a red flag. Or like I said, if that man tries to use money and nice things that he does to create a dependency, that is a red flag. And in fact, like I said, the best thing you can do as a woman is get yourself in position where you're choosing men who add value to you, not men who fill a void. I know times is tough and the economy is tough, but a lot of people are only in the financial situation they're in because they don't know how to do anything different. A lot of stuff we didn't get taught in school. It's not your fault. But if you miss out on this opportunity to learn something that's already changed the lives of thousands of people, I'm going to teach this for free. Me and a credit expert I'm bringing on. How to get $200,000 for repairing your own credit. Now, you can't be lazy and broke. So if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But anybody else listening, you want a completely different financial situation in the next 3 months, 4 months? This Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you register at the link in the caption or the link down in the comments. Make sure you register for this live class. But when you deal with a man who actually is for you, he's going to celebrate your success, not compete with you. He'll support your financial independence. He wants you to see that even if you got your own money, and he's not going to have a problem providing for you, but even if you got your own money, he still can add so much value as a man, even without that. He'll respect your evolution, not try to hinder it in any way. So please understand, any sister out there feeling guilty because you leaving a man behind as you get on your journey of healing and growth and everything else, yeah, definitely share this. Your glow up isn't a switch up. Your glow up is not a switch up. It's your soul finally accepting the notion that settling isn't self-love. If you agree, hit the share button so we can spread this truth, because there's a lot of people loving to spread misinformation and lies out here. That's only got us combative and at war with each other and breaking up the family structure. But if you believe in healthy and whole families and you still want that, and anything that I said you found to be true, hit the share button so we can spread this to more people. And again, somebody said looking for the link. I put it down in the comments. It is pinned down in the comments, but I'm posting it one more time. If you want to get access to the live class I'm doing this Saturday, it's a one-time live event. Yes, actually live. The link, I just posted it again. Go ahead and register so you can get the links. We're going to follow up. A lot of people's lives already got changed just from this past Sunday. But it take about 3 months. About 3 months, you want to get $200,000. Yes, actually, $200,000. If that can make a difference in your life, you need to be on this masterclass. I'm going to show you how to get it by repairing your own credit. Just like that.